All right, guys, how's it going? Today's exclusive is about Goncalo Inacio, and it's an interesting one, and I'm going to run it by you. Obviously, this is a player that we've sniffed around for a very long time. He's been linked with us for a long time. I think every transfer window for the last couple of years, I've been saying, "Oh yeah, maybe it'll happen this window." You know what I mean? This is a player that I would love to see us sign. Centre back, can play at left back as well. Liverpool sniffed around him twice in the summer. Now, do you remember the first time it came up? It was, basically Liverpool sniffing around him and all that. It was in the Portuguese media. It was heavy reporting for a couple of days. And then it went quiet. So I thought that was Liverpool doing their homework, and this happened with other players during the window. Edison at Atalanta, for example. And then, quite some time later in the window and towards the end, maybe a few weeks before the end, the Inacio stuff appeared again. Do you remember? There was, I think it was three different, three of the major Portuguese media outlets over the period of 2 or 3 days. I think it was 2 or 3 days or something, all doing the same again. Liverpool back in for Inacio kind of thing. And I thought, oh, because they've been in previously, they know what it'll take to make happen. And the second time, when they revisited it, I thought, this is it, they're going to go for it. Now, are they going to try and make it happen? I don't know why the second round of speculation came out, which I believe, the second round of reporting. But I would assume that Liverpool went in and tried to negotiate, but were unable to, do that, if you like, in a favourable way for the club. And this article might tie in with that a little bit if you want to, believe that maybe. Even so, this article would back up my beliefs. I'm not sure I believe this particular article. It's published by Court Offside, which is not a publication that I would listen to. But it is, the dreaded exclusive is in there. I don't know if what is it, dreaded? I don't know. Do we dread seeing an exclusive? Yeah, maybe so, because usually when you see it's like, oh, for fuck. Yeah, so it's dreaded. Why Liverpool didn't sign CB this summer, but Reds and Newcastle will target him again. So it says as follows. Now, this is by a journalist called Mark Bruss. Me neither. Liverpool's interest in Sporting Lisbon's talented defender Goncalo Inacio has been a hot topic internally at the club in recent transfer windows, as well as in terms of media speculation. Yeah, I would agree with that. Common sense, I think. Despite the club's keen interest, however, the deal did not materialise this summer. I would have put a deal, because the deal makes it sound like it was definitely going to happen. As Liverpool ultimately didn't end up strengthening with the signing of a new centre-back, even though it had been earmarked as a priority earlier in the summer. Inacio was appreciated by Liverpool and still is. But one of the primary reasons the transfer didn't happen was the high release clause in the Portugal international's contract. Sources with a close understanding of the situation informed Court Offside. Sporting set the price at around 60 million euros, 51 million pounds, a figure that proved too steep for Liverpool and other interested clubs. This high valuation has been a significant deterrent, not just for Liverpool, but also for other Premier League clubs like Newcastle and Manchester United, who also had some interest in the 23-year-old. Is 51 million pounds a high amount for Goncalo Inacio? I don't think so. Anyway, I don't want to read all the articles. It wouldn't be right to read all of the article out. Inacio himself has expressed a desire to move to the Premier League at some point. This is true, which keeps the door open for future negotiations. Well, the negotiations are with his club, so they're not really going to be bothered what the player wants to do. They're looking after themselves. Liverpool and other clubs may revisit. I've lost it. This potential transfer, especially if they can negotiate a lower fee or if their defensive needs become more urgent. Yeah, it's common sense there, I think. While the high asking price from Sport remains a significant barrier, Newcastle and Liverpool's continued interest suggests that they might still pursue Inacio in future transfer windows. It's not the worst of articles, to be honest with you. I'm not sure you could call it an exclusive, like it was too expensive. I mean, Liverpool didn't want to spend in the summer, clearly. And so you could put exclusive, Liverpool decided not to sign Edison because they didn't want to pay the money. You know what I mean? Exclusive, Liverpool didn't want to sign, I don't know, Gomez at Wolves because they didn't want to pay the money. Do you know what I mean? So I'm not really sure you can, I don't know. Anyway, what's interesting is it is a little bit of discussion there for us. So don't be angry towards the ownership. This isn't an opportunity to jump on the owners because we don't know the article is factual, if that makes sense. There's parts of it are factual, but that's all common sense stuff. So yeah, if you want to walk away from this video, excuse me, and go, they wouldn't pay it, it was too expensive, FSG out. Right? We knew that before the article, right? Do you know what I mean? So they don't want to pay certain things. But I don't think that article should increase the anger towards the ownership or Bill and Ben, Hughes and Edwards. Because, we don't know if that's the case with that. It's not a publication I pay too much attention to. The reason I'm making the video for you is I've already seen people on social media saying, displaying anger. Liverpool wouldn't pay the money because he was too expensive. They thought he was too expensive. And it's obviously coming as a result of that article. So the reason I make these videos is to say to you guys, if you see those suggestions, it's coming from court of sight. This isn't like a publication that you would really pay too much attention to. 90% of the article's common sense. And like I say, I don't think you can run an exclusive that Liverpool thought a player was too much that they were interested in signing, because they didn't sign him because they signed someone else. It was obviously a monetary issue, you know what I mean? So, but anyway, it's given us something to talk about during this international break, which I am detesting at the moment. I will be live on here at 2 o'clock this afternoon. If you want to come and join me, I won't be live this evening. I will be live tomorrow night on here as well. When I get back from the football, I'm going up to Valencia for some football tomorrow. Not Valencia Football Club, but that region and near the city. So it'll be a couple of hours back after the game. Kickoff is at 6 local time, so it might be about 10 when I go live tomorrow night for my birthday drinks. All right, but I will come on and see you. And that's it, really. So if you appreciate the video, please give me a thumbs up. Please drop me a comment, about this. I mean, do you believe the article? Do you think it is just the owners refusing to pay it, or are the owners just leaving Bill and Ben to deal with things, and it's Bill and Ben that have made that decision? I still can't believe that we didn't sign a centre back. I think this is a good valuation, to be honest with you. A very, you would suspect easy deal to come forward. Now, if that article had said it was the player was demanding too much money, then you can kind of sympathise or understand with it and go, all right, that makes sense. You know what I mean? But I don't think 51 million quid is an immense amount of money. Okay, so yeah, thumbs up, drop me a comment, and if you want to buy me a beer or a coffee, hit the super thanks. It's the love heart. Love hearts don't go like that. It's like a woman's body. Well, it depends what women you've seen, I guess. Something like that, something like, who are you? There's a love heart. Yeah, you can hit that and buy me a beer or a coffee. I'll give you a shout out in tomorrow morning's briefing when I get back from the airport. Please read the video description. There's alternative ways of supporting the channel. And you can also follow my socials, read the newsletter, which will be kicking in again, I reckon, on Monday next week. All right, guys, speak to you a bit. Let me know what you think about this one. Do you believe this exclusive? Or like me, you're just saying common sense, really?